Right, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I've thought about it for, I've had a bit of time away. Not much, mind you, but a bit of time away. And I remember that a big factor in making things work is specifically the Peaceful Spouse program. Where is the modifier? Decisions, okay. There's no effect here, but the Peaceful Space program lowers US public satisfaction. It also gets big consensus unity, as well as physics points and civilian points. The mirror program is one way to get it. Probably best to do this one. However, that's 150 monetary reserves. Postpone. I do want to finagle around doctrines a bit more. Specifically, I want to figure out ways to see if there's interesting things I can do. Well, I definitely want to find ways to lower corruption. Yeah, that's a good one to do. But I want to wait and see until I can get a better income. Until I have enough money to handle it. Sadly, I can't look at doctrines. Will let me look at the stats and these things and this, which is nice for events now. Turn that on again. Restore the International. It's fine. The numbers won't go too poorly, probably. Okay. The old Yugoslavs. Right. Things will stick around. Continue as they were before. Special Services loyalty is way too much, so let's ignore it for the moment. Go ahead. Oh, I can invite him to the military alliance. Ban nuclear testing. No reason to keep it. I can arrange a trade agreement. Alright, I do wonder. Okay, I can easily accept that. Okay. There's definitely plenty of more space for trade. Combat readiness. This is economic stability is decreasing, as well as public satisfaction. Are my efforts bearing fruit? I must do this. Poland is going to get that to happen. Send food aid. It's going to lower accessibility of essential goods, but that modifier will recover. That number. Perhaps I didn't support it enough. Explain why they didn't come under my influence. Delay and sabotage the session. The storm's going to happen regardless of what I do, isn't it? Okay, doctrines. Fine, go ahead. Things are looking good, so I can at least lower the amount of money put into envelopes for the civil servants. But not by much, because I know that number is very, very difficult to deal with. And that should also lower corruption in the process too. Very few are in favor of this one. Interesting. Anyway, what was the thinking of? Yes, judicial power. This will lower law and order activity, but everything else is good. Especially the corruption level reduction. There we go, independent elected court. Conscription policy, I've already done that. It's fine. As long as there's no major events. Leave everything as it is. New design methods. Okay. There, one level. Retire. Okay, there. I wanted to lower the debt to the USA so that the interest would at least reduce. This is their internal matter. No reason for me to intervene. At least no good reason for me to intervene. Let's improve that funding there. Sure, revive the festival. Let's go to unicameral. I know it lowers civil liberties, but basic income increase. So I can find something else to handle. Not getting censorship. Is a possibility, but it's a lot. Soft censorship. No art. Iranian perestroika. Ooh, they'll join Comic-Con. Lovely. Now that they're in Comic-Con, I'll get a lot more income. You know the situation, I can't do anything about it. Alright, time to start setting up for the mirror station. And Gambia is dissolved. Of course. No. I can spam combat readiness level. It's his right to do this. Fine. Deploy troops and change the government. That'll be easier to deal with. Now, that'll be easier to deal with. And India is no longer in my influence. But now I can do the near stuff. At least in Somalia, it seems like the war is going to end soonish. In the Angolan Civil War, things are... yeah. Compel alliance members to assist. Should at least quicken things out. Coup in China. If I can get the military leadership loyalty and special services loyalty up, I can do something there. But I need to invest money into that. I guess I can put money into Miltech. Well, it's not as efficient as putting it into actual military equipment. Allocate funds for a domestic alternative. Namibia is now independent. Oh yeah, I probably should do this. Moratorium on the death penalty. There we go. Yemen's unified. I'm gonna wait a little while before implementing that decision. It's gonna take time. Especially considering I need to continuously detente with the United States. Seriously. Drat. And there goes the monetary reserve. Unrest in California. Today, mass protests have once again erupted in California's largest cities, fueled by a sharp increase in poverty, unemployment, and discontent with the central government's policies. Thousands of people, from migrant workers to industrial laborers, took to the streets of LA, Oakland, and San Diego with slogans like "Stop feeding Washington," "Working but starving," "California is not the White House's wallet." Protesters blocked highways, occupied municipal buildings, and set up tent camps in business districts, demanding urgent measures to reallocate federal taxes, provide access to social protection, and implement economic reforms. The protests are becoming increasingly fierce with each passing day. While initially people held signs and sang songs, now police are using special equipment, and in some areas, clashes involving makeshift defenses are occurring. Many demonstrators claim they work 12 to 14 hours a day but cannot afford housing, healthcare, or even stable meals. "We're not rioting, we're surviving," says Joana Martinez, a nurse from Fresno and mother of 3. According to her, tens of billions go to the federal center, while the people who make this country strong get crumbs. Washington spends, and we tighten our belts. Amidst the general stagnation of the U.S., California remains one of the few regions generating profit from its technological, agricultural, and industrial sectors, which only fuels public discontent. Experts note that the protests are class-based and unite various groups: migrants, youth, veterans, and representatives of bankrupt small businesses. This is not a struggle for power, this is a struggle for respect and a dignified life. An activist from the Give Back What's Earned movement declared from an improvised stage in front of San Francisco City Hall. Federal authorities, in turn, declared the unacceptability of anti-state rhetoric and urged local authorities to strictly suppress attempts at destabilization. The governor of California issued a statement expressing support for peaceful protests, but emphasized the need to maintain order and avoid provocations. However, many residents of the region believe that local authorities are powerless without real financial autonomy and control over the distribution of tax revenues. California carries half the country on its back, and they tell us we have to endure while somewhere up there, millions are being counted, one protester in Sacramento indignantly stated. According to recent polls, more than 60% of state residents believe that the U.S. economic model requires urgent reform, and 45% are confident that the federal government is alienated and dysfunctional. Authorities are concerned about the growing tension, but no solutions capable of alleviating the crisis have yet been proposed. If the government doesn't hear us, we'll speak louder, protesters declare. The U.S. is starting to destabilize. This is good. Oh, yes, this is very good. That's exactly why you should focus, why the space program is important to work on. This. If this number gets low, the US starts to fall apart. In fact, I'll stop supporting nonconformists so I can realign some currency to better suit my needs. Okay, I don't need to spend as much money in the special services, so I can continue storing up money. No one's intervened in this war, but the military junta's winning. I prefer the democratic forces won. Special services need to be more loyal. Okay. That's fine. Huh? Low it mode. Oh, it's diminishing returns. I need to be careful. Okay. If I want to do that, I'm going to need to adjust more numbers. Fine, drop the education system. Yeah, special services loyalty is difficult to handle. Start to taunt. Let's spend money to upgrade the level one more time. Ooh, that's bad. Ah, excellent. Okay, that will make up for some of the deficiencies lately. Oh, I can't even take in more debt. Okay, that might cause some minor issues for a while, but I can handle it. I think I want to focus on this first. How's ecology looking? Why is that 70? I guess I can lower environmental support. So if that's enough for the special services to do its work. And then I can refocus, and then once I enter that war, I can focus back on other things. Like improving the medical system. Definitely need to put more funding into that. Just leave everything as it is for now. So it's this. It's gonna hit my income, but support the federal option. Yugoslavia is here to stay. I can't do anything about it, so... What, is employment hit 100? No? Okay. I can modify them. I can handle the meat question now. Change percentage to 0%. This will make consensus unity a bit easier to maintain, which is extremely important. Since it's one of the things that help with maintaining subjects. Oh, that's bad. There's not much I can do. So try that. It's gonna increase services power and light industry power. Maybe reduce funding into the military industrial complex. And military equipment. Yeah, I can handle it. Afghanistan civil war is over. Excellent. I can finally start trading with them. Lenin is a mushroom. Yes, this is an actual historical event that happened. At least someone managing to put that onto the TV. Congress will proceed peacefully? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to do this. It's pricey, but the improvements here, too helpful. Has the housing shortage, housing crisis hit? Yeah, it's not that bad. Okay. It's negative, but it's not a real major problem. Depends on the direct reforms towards the economy. Ah, okay. Representatives of the YMCA approached us with a proposal to restore the Russian branch of this organization. The Young Men's Christian Association is a youth volunteer organization that became famous for organizing children's camps. It began operating in Russia in 1900 and was expelled from the country in 1919 for assisting the counter-revolution and spreading religious propaganda. They returned its debt and actively fought against us. The publishing house, Imka Press, helped bring several famous Russian works to light, for example, Solzhenitsyn's The Gulag Archipelago. Currently in the USSR, there is an increase in freedoms and acknowledgement of past mistakes. So the YMCA considers this a good moment to restore its long-standing ties with Russia. Allow them to operate in a limited capacity. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. No. I'm gonna lower ecology funding. What's the worst that could happen? A lot of things, honestly, but I think I can handle it. How's empty shelves doing? Oh, okay. Disable this. And this. Start experiments with GMOs. Oh, I never did this. That explains a lot. I forgot to do that. That explains why it was so easy to keep them happy. But a little extra investment into military equipment should prevent issues, at least loyalty-wise. Definitely need to invest more, though. Back, so I know how much I'm doing. There we go. I clicked a few times and then I immediately forgot how many times I clicked. Manage democracy. Sovereign democracy. Okay, doctrines. I don't like sovereign democracy. Corruption level +1. Oh, okay, that's at least consistent with this. Does increase forgery, though. Sadly, not enough of the power is interested in this one. Whoa. That's a massive reduction. Start lobbying interests. Support terrorism. If I can get things further down with their public satisfaction. Okay, some negotiations. Historically, that didn't go anywhere. Not really, but... Otherwise, we wouldn't have the current situation we have now, would we? Okay, so there's introduce high-speed rail. Where's the high-speed rail? Here it is. What does it require? Oh, I already have everything. That's a plan to completely replace reactors. Sure, let's go ahead. Current status. Why would this increase relations with the USA? Okay, I'll just redraw from the patent system. No issues? Take a look at the year. We've managed to get past 1991. Store the swimming pool. Carills. Nah. That's cool. Coup in Algeria. Support the government. hard, honestly. Okay, wait. What modifiers are causing the reduction in relations with the US? Is it the patent system? No, it shouldn't. Ah, might be the president. What's BS perfect satisfaction look like? Very low, but I'm not sure how much longer I can handle a 4-bore. Okay, start using that in order to force things in that war. The EU has formed. Operation Clean Hands. Action item modifications is researched. I can now introduce GMO. Pizza Hut. Yeah. No. That should permanently prevent the livestock shortage from ever being a problem again. Additionally, while it does lower agricultural power, I get so much from the modifiers anyway that it's not really a problem. Ecology's doing fine. Corruption level could be better for sure. Maybe do some modifications. Let me see here. Stats on military industrial complex maxed out. Let's lower that. It should reduce corruption slightly. Back up to there. Let's start with flags. Red flag with stars. A lot better in my opinion. Still can't join the war. They're slowly losing. Just leave it. It's part of the Ukrainian SSA. Should I? No, honestly, not the time. Effective liberalization is increasing in certain countries. And that's exactly why I'm placing a military base here. There. That should keep things under control. And here too. I'm just gonna wait for the money to come back in. Allocate enormous financial aid. There you go. They're now my puppet. I can start to talk. Fine. I can afford it. Civil points are being used. Okay. Start researching this, and let's make that top priority. Again? How quickly is that going down now? Okay. Russian Orthodox Church. Some of the members fled abroad. Now the question is, should I reunify? Nah. Reject. Status quo is fine for now. What's next? The incumbent one. What? Isn't US public satisfaction, like, very low? Yeah. The ROC is strong. Ah, I didn't take the time to. Yep. I need to research that if I want to fix that. Okay, any doctrines I can change that would be interesting. It's free trade unions. I could reduce social spending. Kind of need the political authority points I have now, though. Yeah, let's start democratizing the militia. Right? Maybe. Move to economic syndicalism finally. Let's move to active defense, actually. I am going to need to spend a bit more money on military equipment in order to keep the generals happy, but that's fine. I'll be gaining a lot more money from my military-industrial complex. Pressure Castro into implementing new reforms. Well, that tech's done. Now, time to take advantage of it. Well, not yet. I need more money. But it's time to start the space colonization project. Once I have more money. Oh hey, the Oslo Accords. It's also happened historically. They were a good thing, but they didn't work very well. Launch the new lunar nuclear train. This will give me more science points. And heavily lower US's satisfaction. Public satisfaction. This is going to take another 150, so I'll wait a few months. In fact, I'll turn off one of these. Whichever one's more expensive. Support of terrorism. Yeah, that one's expensive. No problems. Excellent. I can keep going. At the lunar base? All these decisions are extremely expensive, but I make enough money to take them. Assuming the US doesn't do any silly nonsense. I may have done this for too long. Oops. Deploy more specialists. Start to taunt again. And South Africa is now left nationalist. Belarus Yemen. Try to reconcile the warring parties. First outcome, it's going to be the second. Launch the Vulcan Lek program. That should make it take a while longer for me to handle that. Before I need to handle US relations again. Loyal again. Good. Can't wait for the day where I don't need to put money into envelopes for civil service. They are annoying. Okay. Ooh, start mining on the moon. With that I can lower funding into here. Still gain money from the increasing amount of power in the industries on the military-industrial complex. I'm gonna keep dumping. Says solar space station launch. And the -3 means that the US public satisfaction is at 0.1. That's going to cause problems for them. That's annoying. The fact that I'm further adjusting things does mean that things are going extremely well. Continuing the space race again has definitely worked. Launch atomic lunar power plants. Put some of the money back into the special services. Should be able to intervene inside the Chinese Civil War soon. There we go. Support the opposition. War specialists secretly supply. And send humanitarian aid. Of course, everyone else joins the military junta. At least I'm winning in Nicaragua, but it's slow. No problems. Drat problems. The US is very much not happy with me, by the way. Research public internet. No. Stop asking. Create a network together with Comic-Con countries. It's going to make it more difficult for... strength of the special services is not going to be important. Radical opposition is unimportant as well. What's the increase in accessibility of luxury goods is going to help. There. And I can also bring the internet to every home if I want to. Problem is, this is expensive. Yep, 150. And the increase in employment level might cause problems. But the current, the previous Minister of Education just died, so. What happens if I give you this? I don't care for this. Yeah, you actually have terrible thrift, don't you? I don't like you. This would be a terrible idea, wouldn't it? Minister of Education needs to be at least 41, so I do have a lot of options. Not bad, actually. It's a lot of accessibility of education, but it's actually not necessary, is it? Jeez, why does everyone have awful thrift? Oh, corruption level reduction, but education level was not fun. Sure, here you go, Yasov, have fun. Yeah, a confrontation is looking increasingly like it's being forced. The US will not allow me to do anything. Well, not anything interesting. Start another taunt. It's fine, the budget can handle it, and as can the combat readiness level. Don't open up the lunar spaceport, or... you know what? Bring the internet to every home. More surface power would be good. Yeah, okay, that's long enough for this session. I guess. Okay, so things have actually managed to stalemate. Good. Here as well. Annoyingly, things are stalemated here. Maybe in Angola? No, not particularly. Well, if Nagel thinks now's a good time. That's fine. No, I can start selling weapons again. It's going to be especially helpful with selling weapons to China. Okay, that's definitely enough for the moment. See you again next time. Until then, bye.